And all of his friends at that time were girls.
Really? Yeah.
And now I'd say half his friends are girls and half are boys.
But no, I feel that there was to a degree for sure.
I mean, I guess if you're a sporty guy, it's different.
Yeah, yeah.
But like the super academic kid who goes to like competitions called World Scholars Cup.
Oh yeah, surely. Yeah, I got it.
He didn't quite find his
it wasn't there for him.
Guys there.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, just for him. Sorry, what's the name? Oh, you're gonna be spot number 2 down there. Yeah, have a good class.
I heard. So.
I think Saint Margaret, or what's the Saint Tom?
St. Mary's.
You want a north one?
Abbreviations that allowed. I was like, did you guys look at SMU? Saint Mark?
I looked at it online, but you know what? I did like I researched it a bit. And I thought,
if you were going to send it to Shawnigan, would have been the best.
Exactly. If you're going to go to a boarding school, I wouldn't want it to be right in the city like that.
No, you get that's kind of the special part about it.
Exactly.
You're kind of segregated. Fun, but like, yeah, I get that. It's a weird balance.
Yeah, I mean, I think he would have probably meant some of that.
Like you say you don't want to trust people all about.
Yeah.
Somebody from like to Harvard and stuff. Like these kids are 99 percentile, like 99.5. This is not fair.
Well, I know one reason why I wanted him to go. One reason why we would.
Hey there, Pilates, Sophie. You're gonna be number 3 downstairs. Have a good class. All good.
Shawnigan was because of like they promote that they have a lot of support for kids that have a lot of trouble focusing, which is Lila.
That's hey.
Yeah.
I went there because the learning center.
Yeah.
That was amazing. They have a whole different building.
Hi.
Yeah. Number 1.
Number 1?
You're out of passes. Did you use up all your passes?
Yeah, but you guys gave me. I got another.
Did you? Did you get another one?
Friday.
Okay. Yeah, there it is. I totally. So you're good. Hey.
And that's what's like about
That's my friend.
Yeah.
The support system was not going to be there. I wouldn't.
Yeah. My sister went to boarding school and she always says that she never would have graduated if she had gone to boarding school. And my older brother did.
Some people need it. Like I personally.
And my husband went to boarding school.
That's the best part about it. When I was like lost when I got into boarding school. What am I doing now? Because it was so straight from school to sports practice.
And I'm not doing that. No. I'm not organized, scheduled, rigid.
Yeah, I know. That's like.
But I think my kid needs that.
I needed that. Yeah.
Very hard to change that about yourself and try to create that for your kids.
Super hard, but it is
He is just turned 15.
Yeah, the hormones. Yeah, it's gonna be an easy side for you.
So yeah.
Well, at least you sent over the experience.
Yeah. So
it's already. Friends there?
Yes. But they like to talk about how it's so hard. Like it's so much harder. Because he's ID. And I think he just, like I didn't really believe him when he said that until
Hello.
I saw these.
What's your name? Heather, you'll be number 6. Okay. Hello.
So my mom was just saying that
He left like I think he left. Where is the 12:45 came in?
So yeah, I think he thinks.
No, sorry, he left it. So he left it either 12. No, I think he left at 1. It was either 12:45 or 1, and he was using that as his break.
But he's
Okay.
also
Okay.
I agree. That's never good for learning. It should never be smarter. It should be your own different.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not something you can do. That's a nice thing about telling you. Like that. And it's exactly if I don't play, get an awesome grade. Like if you have that grade, like, whatever, you get better. And you get a great grade.
All right. All right. So yeah, I think there's a lot of people looking at these.
Nice.
Say one time I get the number of my hobby.
Yeah.
I looked at I was not charged for the no show up.
Yeah. Why did you come in through the bottom, or does no one sign you in?
Nobody was here.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Next time, try and let someone know because we don't want you to get charged, obviously. But yeah, you're good. I'll take a look. Should be fine. You'll be number 5.
Fine.
Hello, Donna. You'll be in number. Where are you? Number 2. Yeah. Awesome. Good morning. Good. How are you doing, Cynthia? Number 7 today. Yeah. Policy. Or dude, I have to email this woman. I want to kill it. That Jackie. What? Wait, we're letting people in. What?
Good morning. Hi guys. How's it going? Good. Can you hear me? There you go. Hi guys. Everybody good? Good. All right, we need weights today. Who's got a squishy ball here? Everybody? I think you guys all do, don't you? Yeah, you guys all do. We're gonna do some squishy ball, and then people who choose to do it after the fact can modify. I'll give a modification too. We'll use a little squishy ball today. All right, we'll start in a minute or so. We're gonna start standing. All you need is your weights to start. Let's see if I can get myself lined up here. My head in here. There we go. Get that out of the way. Okay. For those of you just joining, weights today, just 1, 2, 3 pounds at the most. And then a squishy ball if you have. If you don't have, we'll do some modifications. But if you do, grab it. All right. Give everybody 1 more minute. I watch. I can be on time. Perfect. Okay, so we'll start standing, weights in your hands, have your squishy ball handy. We will use it in a little bit. And then if you have a Pilates mat, like a squishier one, just stand on your floor, carpet, or hardwood or whatever. And if you have a yoga mat, it's fine to be on the yoga mat. It's just harder to kind of balance and slide on the Pilates mat. All right, so standing nice and tall, shoulders down and away from your ears. We're gonna start with arms just coming straight up, shoulder height, and hold when you're there. Shoulders are back in line with your body, so you're not protracting, you're not retracting. From here, you're gonna lift straight up onto your toes. So press into each one of those toes. Feel your core connect, and let's go straight up. So hold when you're here, feel your quads pulling up on top of your kneecaps. Pull those up without locking your knees. So instead of pressing back into your knees, feel those quads pulling up. Slowly lower your heels, lower your arms, and then let's do that again. So arms up, pause, press through each one of those toes, lifting up, pause. Again, not locking those knees, lower, and down. Got that? We're gonna go 4 more like this. So up, down, and down. Thinking about lifting your whole body straight up to the top of the ceiling, to the ceiling. And down, go 2 more. Up, keep those ribs hugging around your center. Up, down, and down. Last 2, up. Press through those toes, up, down, and down, and then go 1 more. We're going up and up. Now stay here. From here, keep your shoulders back in line with your bum as you bend your knees. So instead of doing this kind of a thing, you're back here. Press into those toes as you stand up. Arms can come down. Take a breath. Do that again. Inhale down. Pause. Exhale. Press into those toes as you stand. Again, go like that. Straight down. Pressing through each one of those toes, not letting your knees fall open, not letting them fall in. And up. 3. Connect through your core, so belly button to spine, and up. Last 2. Reaching. Remember, keep your shoulders back in line with your body. Press and up. You're going to do 1 more. Inhale down. Exhale. Press through those toes all the way up. And then lower your heels down. Take a breath. Give your shoulders a little roll down. From here, I'll show you the front view. We're gonna bend those elbows 90-degree angles. Open out and then reach up, in, together. Out, reach, in, together. Exhale, in, control. Go 5. Twist from that rotator cuff. Reach, in, and rotate. 4, in, 3, reach. Last 2, in, together. Last 1, reach, in, together, and then hold at your 90-degree angles. You're gonna step your right foot back. Feet are hip distance apart. Right heel is reaching away from the top of your head. Lengthen your spine. Watch that left knee is over your left heel. And then extend your arms back and then bend in. So elbows are above your waistlines. Reach, control. Go 6. And in, hips are square. 5. And in, go for 4. And back. Exhale, 3. And back. Exhale, 2. And back. Exhale, 1. Reaching. Bend, and then reach those arms right up overhead. So really lengthen, reach fingertips from toes. Now you're gonna swing your arms back, barely tap in, and then reach. So all your weight in your left heel, little in your left big toe. Reach, go for 6. And 5. In, and reach. 4 more. In, and reach. 3. Nice long necks. Last 2. last one. In, reach, bring those arms down, step your right foot in, barely tap down. I'm gonna turn so you can see from the side. Now you're gonna reach your arms out, leg out, and then in. Exhale, and in. Go 6. Try not to shift your weight to the left. Go for 5. And in, 4, really reaching those arms, and down. 3, reaching, and down. Nice hinge with that upper body forward. 2. Last one, exhale out. Inhale in, drop that right heel. Stand all the way up. Give those legs a little walk out there. From here, I'll show you the side view here. Feet back to about hip distance apart. Big press into your left heel as you step your right back. So holding there, hinge your upper body, your ribs are tight around your center. Your core is nice and connected to keep you steady. Elbows are gonna come back, palms face one another this time. So holding here, you're just going to open your arms out and squeeze them in. Open and in, nice long spine. Make sure those feet are hip distance apart. Go for 5, squeezing upper arms together. 4, squeeze. 3, 2, last one, squeeze and hold. Now you're gonna reach your arms up overhead. Really reach fingertips from that left heel, and then come in, barely tap, and reach. Take your time. And lengthen. Exhale in and lengthen. Reaching long, long neck. So you're not looking straight in front, you're looking down slightly. 3, reach and in. Go for 2. Reach and in. Last one, exhale, reach. Pulling in, still hardly any weight into those left toes. Ready, arms are in front, you're still hinged forward, still neutral. And in, exhale, reach and pull in, go for 5. Don't let that weight shift right. 4. And in, 3. And in, last 2. And in, ready, one more. Out. Back in, step that heel down, stand all the way up, give your shoulders a roll down, and then walk out so your feet are about hip distance apart, maybe a little wider actually, and turned out. Heels wider than hip distance. And then give shoulders a roll down, standing really nice and tall, so finding length through your spine. You're gonna open your arms as you drop down, thighs are turning out, so not letting your knees fall in. Keep them turning out so you get the sides of your glutes. So you're here, and then up. Go for 6. Low, exhale, press through those heels up. 5. And press. It doesn't matter how much your legs are turned out. Just go to your maximum point so your knees are tracking in line with your middle toes. Exhale, up. Go 2. And up one more. Staying low, hold right here, bend your elbows 90-degree angles, pivot, and back, keeping your body still, growing tall, keeping neutral, keep those thighs turning out. You've got 4, 3, 2, belly buttons pulling into that spine. Last one up, stay here, stand all the way up, reach those arms, and then pull them in. Exhale up, press through those heels, and low. Up, go 5, reach, and down 4. Last 3, and down last 2, and down, ready, one more, up, dropping down, stay here with your arms, lift your right heel, drop it down, lift your left, and down, right again, and down, let's go left. Again, right, reach. Let's go left, up, and down, one more right. Keep those ribs tight around your center, one more left, and down. Open those arms out all the way, standing tall. Give your shoulders a nice little roll down. Walk those feet back together, and then let's come down onto our mats. We're gonna start on our side. So let's start on our left side. Okay, so left side, have a weight handy. You can also have your squishy ball handy if you have one. A block will do as well if you have one of those. And then lie flat. So let's lie flat on our left arm. Our legs are reaching straight out underneath us. So I'm gonna give you a couple of different options here. You can try with both legs straight. If not, if you're having a hard time balancing, just bend your bottom leg, that's fine as well. All right, so from here, we're gonna reach our right arm all the way up to the ceiling. So keep going with arms a little bit here. Reach your toes away from your left fingertips to the top of your head, and then lift your legs just slightly. So again, if it's really hard to balance here, bend your left leg, that's absolutely fine. It's still tons of work, or you can be here. All right, so slow and controlled, lower this right arm down so it's in line with your shoulder. Slow and controlled, reach back. So inhale, keeping your shoulders stacked. So keeping your right shoulder back on top of your left. Go for 6 like this, controlling reaching your toes away from the top of your head as you're doing this. Go for 5, letting go of any tension in your neck. If you are feeling tension in your neck, it could be that you're trying to stabilize with your neck. I would bring my leg down if I was feeling that way, because you don't want your neck to be tense. And you got 3 more. Think about your left ribs a little bit. They should be lifting off the mat. 2. One of these days, I'm gonna have a shirt that you can see. I just need a bright colored mat. I think that's probably the answer to all the problems. Reach, and then all the way up, so hold here. Now from here, you're gonna lift your your right leg a little higher. You're gonna reach that right arm overhead, and then you're gonna squeeze them back together. Wait, let's go this way. And now lift them up together, do that. That makes a little more sense. Reach here, lengthen, and then lifting. So again, fine with this leg bent. You're reaching and lifting. You've got 5 more. Reaching long, only lift your leg so high as you can keep your left ribs lifting off the mat. 4. And reach, go for 3, and you can have both legs up. Last 2. And reach, you ready, 1 more. Reaching up, reaching all the way out, and then stay there. Turn your palm to face down now. You're gonna bring your right leg behind you, your right arm in front of you, and then bring them both back to your midline. So again, fine to do this with this leg bent. Reaching and control. Go for 5. Reaching. You should feel the outside of that right arm. That deltoid is really working here, keeping that arm lifted. Right glute is working. 3. Outer thigh. Lots of abs stabilizing. Last 2. And reach, and then go 1 more. Exhale, reaching, arm is forward, leg is back. Hold right there, take a breath. Now you're gonna lift both 1 inch and 1 inch down. Go 1 inch up and 1 inch down. So my leg is a little bit behind me, my arm is a little bit in front of me. I've got 5 here. And down 4, just small. And now make sure you're not locking your leg, not locking your arm. 3, 2, last one, up. Bring everything back through center, and then lower all the way down. Take a breath, give that right deltoid a little roll out there, and then bring your legs together. They're gonna be at 90-degree angles. Hold when they're there. So take a nice deep breath here, lengthening that left waistline, your left ribs stay lifted, lengthening your right as well, and then lift that right leg up to about hip height. So take a nice couple of breaths, really feeling that you're in neutral. Think of your sitting bones widening behind you. You should feel this right glute before you even start moving. All right, so from there, keep your left ribs lifting. You're gonna lift slightly higher and then lower just to a hover. So just slightly higher than hip height, lower to a hover. Good, so go 8. Control, go for 7. Controlling, keeping your neck nice and long. 6, not letting that hip roll forward or back. 5, control, go for 4. Control, 3. And down, last 2. And down, last one, let's lift it up and stay circling this leg around, just small circles. 6. And 5, keeping your knee and foot in the same line. 4. 3. Last 2. Last 1, pause, other way. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one, hold your leg. You're at your starting point, so knee in line with your hip. Now drop your knee, your foot comes up, and then foot down, knee up. Your shin is still parallel with the front of your mat. So you might not be able to touch knees together. I can't. You barely touch heels together when I'm in this position. It doesn't matter. You're just medially rotating and then laterally rotating. Shin parallel with the front edge of your mat, right? Go for 4. Go for 3. Feeling that glute, I hope. 2. And down, last one. In and out. Back to parallel, kick all the way out. So kick up for your heel, really, really reach, holding when you're there. So heel is reaching away from the top of your head. Now point through your toes, lengthen. You're gonna reach your leg as far forward as you can keep neutral. I have super tight hamstrings, so I can't go too far. Flex your foot and then squeeze it back. You can move your leg slightly behind the rest of your body and then point, reaching, try and keep it at hip height, flex and squeeze it back. So you have 6 like this, point really lengthen, waistlines are long, reach, flex, go for 5. Reaching, flex, and 4, reach, exhale back, 3, reaching long, last 2, squeeze it back, and then go one more point, reach all the way. This time you're gonna stay, ready? Last 8 little lifts, 7, 6, my leg is in front of me as far as I can keep my neutral pelvis, 4, 3, 2, last one, drop it down. Come onto your back, give that right hip and glute a little stretch out. So right foot in front of your left knee. Turn that right knee out to the side. You can hug your left in tight. Take a nice couple of breaths there. Thinking of your waistline staying even when you're doing this. Tailbone is still tipping, so you're still in that neutral. Take a nice couple of breaths. All right. One more nice big deep breath. With your exhale, try and let go of any tension through that hip. All right. And then let's flip right on over. We're going to do the same on the other side. So right into the other side. Remember, you have the option for 4 straight legs, or you can keep your bottom leg bent. All right. So reaching your toes away from the top of your head or here. You're going to reach your left arm up to the ceiling with your weight. You can do it without the weight too if that is better for you. Keep your right ribs lifting away from the mat. And then lift those legs. So if you have both legs, they're both going to lift otherwise. All right, so from here, keep those toes reaching, slow and controlled. Lower those arms down, keeping your shoulders back so you're not here. Your shoulders are lined up and up. Lined up and up. Go for 6. Inhale down. And again, inhale, control, and up. Go for 4. So really focusing on that shoulder stability here. Your ribs are still lifting, so lots of stability coming from your core as well. Control, try not to swing your arms. So it's actually harder lowering your arm, or it should be harder lowering than it is lifting. 2 more. And up, last one like this. Inhaling down. Exhale, let's go all the way up. And then reach your arm overhead. So you're here, and then you're gonna lift arm and leg up. Remember, this can be down as well. You can reach here. Lengthening. So thinking stability more than anything else, your range of movement really doesn't matter at all. It's about staying steady. So much harder to stay steady with both legs out. So just kind of play around with what works for you. Inhale, lengthening, and up. Go for 4, really reach. Relaxing our necks. Keeping those right ribs that little bit lifted. 3. Last 2. Ready, we got one more, we're reaching all the way up and then lower. Turn that palm to face down. You're gonna bring your left leg behind you. Your right arm is gonna come in front of you and then come back to your midline. I'm gonna lower my arm for this so I can really stay steady, or I'm gonna lower my leg for this so I can stay steady. Remember, stability is the most important thing. Inhale, reaching, doesn't matter how far you move, reaching fingertips from toes now on a diagonal, and then right in line with your body. Go for 5. And go for 4. Keep those right ribs lifting. And back. 3. Last 2. Reach. And in, ready, last one, reaching. Holding here, you ready? Pulse up an inch, down an inch. My hand is maybe 6 or 8 inches in front of me, and my leg is the same distance behind me. Ish. Go 5. Just small. 4. 3. 2. Last one. And then come all the way in. Drop your weight down. Shift your legs so they're going to be at that 90-degree angle now. So keeping your hips stacked, shoulders stacked, lift that left leg up. So knee in line with your foot. Go a couple inches higher than hip height. That's going to be your high point. And then come down to that hover. So exhale. Inhale, lowering. So remember, when you're in this position, you must stay neutral. So my tail is sticking out behind me. I'm thinking about my sitting bones being wide. I don't want to tuck under here or my glute will not work the same way. I want to keep those ribs hugging around my center. So imagine that corset. Go 4. Up and control. Go for 3. Control. Last 2. Control. Go 1 more. Exhale up. Holding right here. From here, you're going to circle this leg around, just little circles. As you're circling, you're keeping your hips totally still. Your leg is staying parallel, right? So your knee is in line with your foot. Go 4. 3. 2. Pause, other direction. Still keeping that pelvis as stable as you can. Right ribs stay lifted for 4. 3. 2. Hold, teeter-totter, knee down, foot up, and then switch. So keeping your shin parallel with the front of your mat. Again, your range might not be as much as it is when you do the teeter-totter this way. A little bit more room for your femur that way. So this might just be really small. That's okay. Go 3. Go 2. Go 1. And then kick out. So really reach through your heel. Your heel is in line with the rest of your body. kick out and lengthen. Now from here, point those toes. You're gonna reach your leg forward just as far as you can keep your neutral. Flex, squeeze it back. Pointing, flex, and squeeze. Inhale as you reach. Exhale. 4. Long spines, long necks. Last 2. And back, last 1. Flexing back, and then bring your leg forward. Stay there, lifting up 1 inch and down 1 inch. Tiny, tiny pulses wherever your leg can come to, keeping your pelvis neutral. Go 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze, last 1, up, and then bend all the way in. Whew. And let's give that hip and glute a little stretch up. Here's the left foot in front of your right knee this time, keeping your right hip heavy. Pelvis stays nice and neutral, upper body's relaxed. So hold for a few nice deep breaths. With those exhales, again, think of just letting go through that right hip. Sorry, left hip. One more nice deep breath here. And then just drop your legs down. Just turn this way. Feet are hip distance apart. So take a nice couple of breaths, just relaxing into the mat here, letting go of those hips and those glutes so you can just relax into a neutral. Tailbone is tipping away from you. I have that little space behind my low back. Back of my rib cage is heavy. Now from here, we're gonna lift our right heel, and then we're gonna lift our left. So stay there, you're light on your toes. Remember, you haven't just shifted the weight forward, you're super light on your toes. So take a breath here, we're just gonna bring our right leg to tabletop, and then drop it down, and then just bring your left. And drop it down. So as I'm doing this, I'm trying to stay as relaxed as possible through my upper body. So my shoulder blades stay flat on the mat, my collarbones stay nice and wide, the back of my rib cage is heavy. I'm moving my thigh bone in my hip socket and then moving it back. Thigh bone pulls in and then away. Each time I lift my legs, I'm thinking about deepening my abdominals, so pulling my belly button just a little bit in towards my spine. You ready? Got 1 more each way. And down, and then go 1 more. And down, and then lower your heels, take a breath. Now bring your hands behind your head. Elbows hover, tuck your chin, heeling up to flexion. So holding here, looking towards those knees. Again, lift your left heel, lift your right. So you're on your tippy toes, right? Light touch on those toes. Right leg pulls in, this time you're gonna keep it here. So right knee on top of your right hip. From here, just curl your upper body 1 more inch up, and 1 inch back. So feel that your body is moving straight forward and then straight back, even though we are doing different things with each side of our body, with each side of our lower body. We want our upper body to stay totally lined up. You're coming forward, and then you're slightly coming back. Go for 3. And back. My ribs are sliding down to the top of my hips. Last 2. Some alert message on my Zoom. Last 1. Stay there. Now from here, you're gonna reach your right leg out, and then you're gonna pull it back in. So keep your upper body still for this. Just reach. So we were moving upper body. Now we're isolating upper body. It's staying still. We're moving our lower body. Go 5. Light touch with your left toes. If you feel your back, let your left foot be heavy. Go 4. Go for 3. Reach. Last 2, and in, ready, 1 more, head heavy in your hands, coming on in, holding here, you're ready. Now bring your left leg up as well. So hold them both up here. Left leg is gonna stay exactly where it is. We're gonna reach our right away, lowering our upper body, and then pull in. If you feel your back, just bring your foot down. So putting those first 2 together, you've got 6, reaching away. 5, reaching, lengthen. This is the hardest point. 4, 3, exhale up. 2, last 1. Lower your right, lower your left, lower those heels, and then lower your upper body down. So take a breath there. Let that head just relax. I don't any tension through your neck if you are feeling any. Find that neutral. Again, we're going to come right back up. So hands stay behind our head. Tuck your chin, heel forward, holding here. Left heel lifts, right heel lifts. Now lift your left. Stay up there, feeling your weight is even on both sides of your pelvis. Your upper body comes up and back. Exhale up and back. So it's really easy to just pull your head forward and tuck your chin and kind of pull your neck. We want to try and stay relaxed through our neck. So think of your head being heavy in your hands. Imagine your rib cage moving down closer to your hip bones. Your head just follows because it's attached, right? And back. Instead of initiating the movement by pulling your head forward, think about your ribs pulling your body forward, your head follows. You got 1 more. Stay there, upper body stays still, head is heavy in your hands, look towards those knees, reach and in. Reach and in. Go for 6, keeping your right hip heavy, even weight to both sides of your spine. And 5, lengthen and in. 4 more. Remember, you can bring your right foot down if you feel your back. 3. And in last 2. And in. Keep those ribs tight to your hips. Last 1. Pull back in. Stay there. You ready? You're going to bring your right leg up as well. Now upper and lower body together. Reach your left leg again. Same leg reaches. Upper body drops. Inhale, lengthen. And curl. Go for 6. Reach. That's the hardest point, right? Find to bring your right foot down. Reaching and in. You've got 4 more. Right side of your body stays heavy. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lower your right. Lower your left. Lower those heels. Lower your upper body. Hug those knees in. Have a little roll around there. All right. And then pop those feet down about hip distance apart. Grab your weights if you want. All right, we're going to reach our arms up so shoulder blades stay flat against the mat. So we're not here, we're just here. Belly button to spine, pressing through your heels. Lift those hips up nice and high. Hold when you're there. You're going to reach your arms overhead. So really thinking length here. Ribs stay tight around your spine and then press back up. So let's reach our arms. We're going to drop our hips. Inhale back. Reach, reach, reach. Press through those heels. Reach and press. Lengthen back, keeping your ribs tight around your spine for 3. Go for 2. Last 1. Exhale up, hold at the top, lift your right heel, lift your left heel. Stay there. From here, open your arms out, drop your hips this way, and then press. Keep those heels lifted. Keep those knees reaching away from the top of your head. Go 5, open. 4 more. Press your shoulder blades into the mat as you lift. Press each one of those toes through the mat and really feel those hamstrings with your heels lifted. Last 1. Press all the way up, holding there, drop your heels, roll all the way down to the mat, come through to neutral, take a breath, and then come right back up. Belly button to spine again, press, reach. So thinking about knees reaching away from the top of your head. Also thinking about your inner thighs squeezing toward your midline. We're gonna lift one leg, the other leg is gonna wanna open out to kind of counterbalance you, and it just might relax and do that. So we want to try to keep our legs parallel, exactly as they are right now. You have an option to bring your arms down as well if that feels good. So press into your left heel, lift your right, hold there. So already you might feel your left knee opening to the side. Don't do it. Keep your weight even in your shoulder blades. Float that right leg up to tabletop. So hold here. All we're gonna do is reach and then pull in. So as I reach my right leg, my right hip wants to drop a little. Don't let it. Keep your hips nice and level. Reach. And in my left inner thigh is squeezing toward my midline so my leg doesn't fall open. Constant pressure through that left heel, 2. And in, ready, 1 more, reach, pull back in, stay. Now we're gonna reach and lower our hips. So I'm hovering off the mat and then I'm pulling back in. If anyone wants an extra option, you can reach and then pull in. So thinking even waistlines, even hips, even weight on your shoulders. You have 5. 4 more, reach, press through that left heel. 3, hips drop together, ribs stay tight around your spine. 2. Last one. Lower your right toe ball, heel, roll all the way down to the mat. Take a breath at the bottom. Remember, listen to your body. If you feel your back, bring your arms down for sure, all right? You can also decrease your range of movement. So belly button to spine, press up, holding there. So extra press through your right heel this time as you lift your left. Keep your waistlines long. Float that left leg up, holding when you're there. So take a nice breath, shoulder blades stay flat against the mat, right? Right inner thigh squeezes towards your midline, so not letting this leg fall open. Reach left and in. And back, constant pressure through your right heel. Reach and back, go for 5. And in, go for 4. And in, 3 more, lengthen, back, 2, reach, and back, ready, 1 more. Reach and in, find that everything is still balanced. Now you're gonna reach that leg, lower your hips at the same time, reach your arms, and then pull back in. So inhale. Go for 6. Don't forget about that right leg. Right inner thigh is still squeezing toward your midline. 4, 3, 2, last one. Exhale all the way in, staying there, lower left toe ball, heel, roll all the way down to the mat, come through to neutral, and then lower your hands down by your side. Okay, from here, kick your legs straight out in front of you. Reaching toes away from the top of your head, arms reach up to the ceiling, shoulder blades flat against the mat. Legs can just be about hip distance apart, okay? So from here, arms reach overhead, shoulder blades stay flat on the mat, right? We're gonna come into full roll-ups. We're gonna keep both feet down to start. So arms hinge forward, tuck that chin, pull your belly button into your spine as you curl up, reach your toes away, reach those fingertips out to those toes, stack up tall, hold, and then roll back. So belly button in as you roll your pelvis back, your shoulders stay back. So instead of being here, keep those guys back, roll, roll, roll. Reach, take a breath, and back up. Arms, belly button to spine, keep those toes reaching, keep those fingertips reaching to your toes when you get up there. Step up, and then come back down. Reach your arms a little bit more up to the ceiling this time if you can, instead of here. That makes it a little more challenging. Now, if we want an add-on, we're going to lift one leg at a time. If we decide to keep both legs down, let's only come up to the half roll back position. So I'll show you. Tuck that chin. If we're going to lift a leg, let's lift a leg. We're just going to come back here. If we have both legs down, still just come to that half roll back position. Now, if you have your leg up, keep it up as you roll down, thinking even weight through both sides of your spine, rolling, 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 reach, hold, and then let's go left, tucking, left lifts, holding, take a breath, shoulders stay back as you roll down, melt through that spine, reach toes from the top of your head and your fingertips. Let's do that again, right, tuck, Shoulder blades lift, leg comes up, holding, find length. Think of reaching your chest forward and then roll back. One more left, or if you have both legs down, that's fine. Slow and controlled, rolling all the way down. Let's try a couple both legs. You can lift both legs or you can keep both legs down. Tucking that chin. You can come up with bent legs here. Take a breath. Slow and controlled, lowering down, rolling through your spine. Start reaching your legs away. When your shoulder blades touch, your heels should touch. Reach. Let's try that again. Tuck. You can do a straight legs if you want. Bent legs. Holding, take a nice breath. And then from here, lower your right, lower your left. And then you're gonna come down onto your forearms, just like this. So elbows underneath your shoulders. Instead of being in a, I really do need to get a color back. Instead of being in like an arched back position, we really wanna be in a C curve. So nowhere close to neutral. You're really scooped, belly button is pulling in. So my low back is not touching the mat, but it's heavy towards the mat, all right? From here, make sure your feet are about hip distance apart. Elbows really underneath your shoulders. And then your chest is lifting. So not, so again, not that you're arching, but your chest is lifting up that little bit. Now lift your right heel, lift your left, lift your right leg, and lift your left. Stay here. So keeping that transverse engaged to keep your pelvis in this little C curve. From here, reach your right, lengthen it away, almost touch, and then pull back in. Now go left, reaching, lowering, up, and in. So taking your time, even weight through both sides of your pelvis. And left, reach, up, and in. Left, reach, lower, up, and in. Go one more each way. Up, and in, and then go left. Up, and in. Now from here, open your right knee out to the side just slightly. Pull it back in. Left. Keeping your ribs tighter at your center, keeping your C curve. Right leg opens, your left knee is pointing straight up to the ceiling. Back in, right knee is pointing straight up, open your left. And then back in. You ready? We're gonna add on. Right knee opens up, my left knee is pointing straight up to the ceiling. Extend your right leg. Keep the left side of your body heavy. Bend in, back through center. Left opens, right knee is pointing up. Kick, in, and back. Don't relax into your shoulders here. Stay lifted. Right again. Open, extend, in, and back. Even weight on your hips. Out, in, and back. One more right. Reach, in, together. One more left. Open, reach, in, together. Lower your right, lower your left, and then roll all the way down to the mat. So take a breath here, palms face up, keeping that neutral. Lift your right heel, lift your left, and stay there. So you're gonna stay nice and light on those toes to start. All we're gonna do, similar to what we were just doing when we were lifted, except we're gonna let our leg move a little more. So you're gonna let your right knee open out to the side, stay light on your left toes, and then bring this leg back in. Now do the same thing left. And then pull back in. So find kind of your range where you can keep one side, where you keep both sides of your body even. You can keep your left knee pointing up when you open your right, pull it all the way in, and then you can keep your right knee pointing up as you open left and pull all the way in. So the lighter you keep your toes, the harder it is. We're gonna do this on our balls, but I'm gonna skip the balls because I don't want people to be without. One more each way. Ribs stay tight. And then one more, let's go left, open out, back in, and then stay. Hands behind your head. Tuck your chin, curl forward, holding here. Right leg up, left leg up, holding here. Now open your knees out, and then bring them back together. Open them out. and back together. So finding your center point on your spine, even weight, both legs are doing the same thing right now, right? So your weight should feel very even through your hips. Nice heavy head in your hands. 2 more. And 1 more, let's go out. Stay out. Left hip stays heavy, kick your right out. Holding there. Bring your right leg in, take a breath left. And in, again, exhale, reach. Even weight through those hips, let's go left. And in, 1 more right, reaching, and in, 1 more left. Back, and you ready, reach your right, holding there. Rotate towards this left bent leg, exhale across, and back. And back, my right leg is reaching out to the side, my left knee is open to the side. I have 4 more like this. I'm trying to keep my hips as still as I can. 3, last 2, last 1, exhale across, back through center, right leg in, holding here, extend your left, ready, 6, and back, exhale 5, and back, keep those hips even, 4, and back, last 3, and back, last 2, and back, last 1, and back, left in, legs together, lower, 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 all the way down. Hug those knees in, have a little roll around. All right, and then roll yourself all the way up. So keeping in mind what we've been doing with opening a leg out to the side, trying not to counterbalance by shifting our weight the opposite way, we're gonna come into a little side step from a 4-point knee up. So hands directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips. If you are finding it very hard to keep your weight from shifting right to left, move your knees a little closer together, that's fine. All right. If not, keep them underneath your hips. Now find that neutral. Ribs are tight around your center. Belly button is pulling into your spine. You're not arching your back. You're not rounding your back. You're just neutral. So from here, we're gonna do a little lift to the side. And then we're gonna lower it back, just barely graze the mat, and then do it again. And in. So as you do this, you can feel your weight wants to shift left. Take a peek down for a couple. You can drop your head and look at that left knee. Is it staying under your left hip? That's what I want you to think about. So similar to what we were doing on our back, right? It's even harder to stay steady because you have less body parts on the mat, right? It's all up to you. Go for 3. And in, go for 2. And back, watch those elbows, don't let them lock. 1 more, open out, pull back in, lower that knee down. So take a breath. We're gonna do the same thing other side. So my right knee stays under my right hip, that's my main focus. Open left out, doesn't matter how high it goes, barely graze. Barely touch the mat, and again. Barely touching. So left opens, keep an eye on that right knee. It should stay under your right hip. You've got 3 more. Last 2. And then 1 more, let's go out. Bring it back in, lower that knee, and then sit back to a little shell stretch. Give your wrists a twist. Have a sip of water if you need to. All right. Trust my watch. Okay. So hands under those shoulders again, knees underneath your hips. Still thinking about our weight in our hips, not shifting side to side. So we're back to right leg. Kick it out again. Automatically your weight wants to shift left. Don't let it. Lift your right leg up. So hold right here. Now can we bring our left hand onto our left hip? Really reach the top of your head from your right toe. So thinking length really more than anything else. Watch this right elbow, you're not gonna lock that. Now from here, just bend in, kick, open to the side, back in. Go forward so you can see. We're gonna go kick, lift, open, in, and down. If you need to bring your hand down, that's absolutely fine. reach, open slightly to the side, back in and down. Again, open, in, and down. Can you do 4 more like that? Watch as you open your right leg that your weight doesn't shift left. So again, take a peek at your left knee. Reach, in, and down. Instead of moving your weight to the side, you need those left obliques to keep you steady, right? 1 more. Open, in, and down. Take a breath. Give those wrists a shake. So we'll do the same thing, other side. If you're feeling that you can't keep your hips from shifting, really just bring both arms down. That's totally fine. So we'll do the same. I'll switch over here. Okay, so hands under your shoulders again, knees underneath your hips. Kick that left leg out. Lift it up when you're at hip height, ribs tight around your center. Bring your right hand onto your hip if you are feeling steady. And then open that leg out to the side slightly, back in, and tap it down. Watch your left elbow. So kick out, open slightly, in, and down. So 6 more like this. Open, in, and down. 5. Open, in, and down. So thinking about your right knee. Don't let your right hip move outside your right knee. Open, in, and down. Last 2 nice long necks. Reach, in, and down, and then 1 more. Reach, in, and down. And then again, sit back to a little shell stretch. Give those wrists a twist if you need to. Okay. And then hands underneath those shoulders. Again, knees underneath your hips. So finding that long spine, you're gonna kick your right leg out, lift it up, and stay there. So really reaching toes away from the top of your head. If you want, again, you can bring your left head onto your hip for that additional core challenge. Doesn't matter at all. We're gonna bring our right knee in medial rotation to the outside of our left, and then we're gonna turn it out in lateral rotation as we kick back. So that's medial rotation in, and then lateral rotation out. So when we medially rotate and pull our leg across, our weight wants to shift left. Try not to let it. And then when we laterally rotate, our weight wants to shift across to the right. Try not to let it. Try to keep your left knee underneath your left hip as you do this. It's really easy to swing your hips around. Really try not to. You've got 5. In. And then, yeah, you can bring your hand up if you'd like. It's really hard to stay steady and do that one. Go for 4. In with control. 3. Last 2. Exhale out. Last 1. And then bend that leg in. Sit yourself back. So if you're really staying steady on your left knee, like on that one, that was your left outer glute really working, left obliques are working to keep you steady. You should feel that whole side of your body, your left outer glute, left outer thigh, that are keeping you from shifting across. So notice if you do. If you don't, you might be shifting across. So make sure you take a peek down to your knee every once in a while to kind of see what's going on there. You ready for the other side? We're going to kick our left out. Lift it up. You're at hip height. So hold here. Left knee comes to the outside of your right. And then it comes back through center in lateral rotation. So my knee's pointing to the left side. My knee's pointing to the right side. So just take a peek. It's easy to let your hips move around. We don't want to do that. Hips stay still. Hips stay pretty still. In. So again, if I get probably 1 more rep in it here and I'm not feeling my right glute, I would do a check on my right knee and see, is my hip staying directly over my right knee? If not, try to do that. Slow it down. Doesn't matter how many you do. Go for 3. You just want to stay steady. Go for 2. Hopefully you're feeling that right glute now. Last one, in with control. Bring that leg in, sit yourself back again. Give those wrists a good shake. Okay, so now to take it up one more notch. You can do this on your elbows. We're gonna come into a plank. You can do it on your elbows or you can do it on your hands, whatever feels good. All right. So same idea. We're gonna open our legs out to the side slightly when we do our plank. We don't want our weight to shift side to side. So again, it's just increasingly getting harder because now it's just your toes and then your hands or your toes and your elbows down. All right, so kick your right leg out, drop your toes down, reach toes from the top of your head. Totally fine to do this here. And then left as well. So holding there, so lengthening, reach the top of your head from your heels. Hold here, lift your right leg up, open slightly, and bring it in. So go 5 more. Only the right side moving. 4. Watch those elbows, don't let them lock. 3, keep that core connected, stay nice and strong across your upper back. 2. Last one, out, back in, drop those toes, float your knees down, just take a breath, and then come right back up. So kicking out, hold, lift your left, go 6. And then feel how your weight wants to shift right, don't let it. And in, go 4. And in 3 more. And in last 2. And in last one, out, back in, dropping, dropping, sit back again, give those wrists a little shake. Got one last little bit we're gonna do here, guys. When you're ready, come on back up. If your wrists bother you, this is another good option, being on your knuckles so your wrist can stay nice and straight. Last little bit though on your wrist. I promise you, kick your right heel away from the top of your head, kick your left heel away, hold here. So now keep your hips pretty lifted. You're just gonna bend your right knee in, almost touch it down, and then kick it out. Now go left. And back, do that again, go right. And in, make sure your shoulders are over your wrists, like mine were not. In, and out. You ready? One more left. You can do this on your elbows as well. Now bend both. Keep your hips pretty lifted. Bending in, reaching, bending in, control, and out. Last 2. We're gonna come into an up stretch in 1 sec, which is a downward dog in Pilates. 1 more. And reach, lift up through your core, pressing those heels back. Reaching heels down to the ground, pressing your palms away from the ground. Tail lifts up nice and high. And then walk those feet out. So bend your right, press through your left. And then switch. Again, switch. And switch. Switch again. And then drop both heels low. Feel those nice stretches for your hamstrings, your calves, your ankles. Come up onto those toes, lift your right leg up. Bend that knee into your chest. Turn that leg out and then just come on down for a little hip opener here. So you can be here, down here, whatever feels good. Just take a nice couple of breaths, really letting go through that right hip. Hopefully that felt good, guys. A nice way to start the week. It's both my daughter's first it's the first full day of both of them at school. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself until 2:50. Curl those toes under, walk those hands in, step your right foot back, press back. Left up, pull that knee in, turn out, and then drop down again, so letting your ribs be heavy. And just relax down. So again, letting go of any tension through that left hip. And then when you're ready, walk those hands back in, curl those right toes under again. Reach through that heel, reach for your left heel. Press your weight back into both heels, and then just walk those hands in. Hang in that forward fold. And then when you're ready, just press through those heels and roll all the way up. Give those shoulders a nice little roll down. And you are all finito. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. I will see you next Monday. If I don't see you, I'm teaching a bunch of reformer classes this week. If anyone's interested, I'm teaching on Wednesday and Friday. So come if you want. I'm looking at you, Carrie. I'll see you soon, guys. Have a nice day.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Bye.
Bye.
Do you have to register for the reformer classes? No, she's gone.
Yeah, you do. In the Mind Body app.
Okay, thanks.